Welcome back. Now, gonna preface this one. My damage is tragically awful. No denying this. I think I get under 100. And there's a reason for that. I think in this match, the C, and it might the one after it, which I think is the D. Yes, Suts. Meow. The matchmaker derped. Because these next two matches, as I said, I think it's the next two matches, this one for definite, there was something weird. Like, the players on the other team didn't know what they were doing, or they weren't used to it. I say this because you will see a few odd things. The first thing you will see is a Viper who just jumps on top of a building in River City, the main central sort of what's counted as the MechWarrior training academy building. They jump on that and they do nothing and die. And then I think there's a couple of lights that run around with no support, and nor do they try and escape. And I'm pretty sure that they might be champions or trial mechs, I'm not sure, but they get downed. And then the rest of their team just get slaughtered. And it's weird, and I'm pretty sure the matchmaker derped. I'm convinced now, after looking back at it, that the matchmaker looked at the players that were available in the pool, couldn't find enough people, and unfortunately dumped a load of 4s and 5s into a match with a bunch of 1 and 2s. That's the only conclusion I can come up with this one, because it was unfair. It seemed heavily weighted in my team's favour, and it's the kind of match that I imagine would leave newer players feeling like shit because they just had a really bad game. And to give you an idea, when I did this, I recorded this Saturday the 14th of April at between the time of midday and 2 in the afternoon. That was the time I was playing it, and I don't know if that was a time, maybe there were some kids playing on accounts or something, and they didn't know what they were doing, or as I said, it was players who were newer to the game and they'd just been really thrown into the deep end. And I'm not saying that my damage was reflective of a tier 2 player. A Victor nearly dropped me and the match, but that was the only action I saw. I fired a bit at Victor and a bit at someone else and a bit at Spider, because they were dying so fast. The team just rolled over them, and then I think at the end I got killed by an MRM 40 catapult who had just been powered down in the spawn, virtually, and we were all looking for him, and that was it. That was the match, and I kept this recording because it was such a weird match. So this is the point where obviously the Viper and the light mechs that tried to go behind, they're dead, and the rest of the assaults and the heavies are now moving up because the rest of their team have all gone into this single position. And I've not even talked about the mech. This is the Summoner Charlie. This is the Brawler variant. It comes with a UAC 20, an ER large, ER small, and a Streak 6. It has very, very few hardpoints. There's 1 ballistic, 1 missile, 2 energy. Honestly, wouldn't recommend it. The UAC 20 sounds like a good deal, but ultimately the actual ammunition and composition of the build just really doesn't do it any justice. And you see at this point I'm nearly dead. I take like 2 salvos from that Victor, who's got a way more damaging build, and yeah, I backed the fuck out. So yeah, it's not my personal favourite. I do like mechs with UAC 20s and AC 20s in general. I'm a big fan of Hunchback 4G, Hunchback 2C. You know, anything that can do that kind of damage rapidly is always fun, and AC 20s are just nice fun weapons to bring to the table. So I do like the weaponry, but it just, on the Summoner, there's better. The B's a better build, the Prime is certainly a better build, and if you want one that runs around with an AC 20, it's easy enough to modify any of the existing ones that have more hardpoints. Honestly, if you're just looking at this purely from a hardpoint standpoint, not worth picking up. It's just, for the expense in C builds as well, it's not a great deal for your cash. You'd be better off picking up one of the other Summoner variants that are out there. So that's all I have to say about the Charlie. But as I said, the reason I kept this match, which I'm sure someone will dislike because I didn't get kills or whatever, but it was just one of those weird moments, one of those weird matchmaking moments. And as I said, there's another match that I recorded, and I can't remember, I think it's the D one, it's the one that's got the 2ER large, 2ER medium, and I think a couple of machine guns, which might be the next one up. That, again, is very similar, which I'll explain in that video. But the catapult, by the way, is to the right of me. He's by the grassy sort of tree line on the mountainside. I may have even just looked. Yeah, I think I'm just looking at him, but I don't see him. I'm checking the scoreboard to see if he's like disconnected or he's alive. But he is alive. He's just powered down. So then I'm thinking, is he on the smokestack? Did he like jump jet up there? Maybe. But I can't see anything, and I don't think my summoner's jump jets. Again, I think I might be looking at him. But yeah. Everyone's running around. Someone on the other team has already ratted out his grid location, so that's why me and the other two players were over here. But yeah, outside of that, there's not much else. It's like he'll power up in a second, and I just instantly sort of, I think I tried to torso twist, sort of like, oh god, and then I'm dead. You'll see it in a second, because all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, so look at the smokestack. Is he there? No? Is that, oh, there he is. That's it, I'm instantly dead. So this last split second thing, and then he dies, so yeah, that's all I got for this one. It was a weird one. Have you ever had any of those weird events where you definitely are sure that something went wrong with a matchmaker? Let us know. And thanks for watching, have a good one all. Bye!